January is gone. We're done. No more January. So what does that mean? We only have 11 months left to the end of the year. So are you on track for your business? Are you on track with your goals this year? If not, guess what? You have time. You definitely have time. So thanks again. Let's get this party started. All right, let's go continue on. I think it's the birthdays. Nat, if you can take us to the next slide. All right, let me remove this out of the way. Look at all the birthdays for the month of February. So congratulations to each and every one. Happy birthday. I wish we had this in-house like back last year prior to COVID. Remember? We had a cake, we had candles, and we had everyone in here, singing happy birthday. So happy birthday to all the agents for the month of February. I see John Covis, Tony, Joe Lewis, Leonard Lee, Roy, Heather, Tatiana, Mark, Jason. So happy birthday to all the February birthdays. And I love the cat. He or she is practicing COVID, right? No blowing out the candles.
Very clever.
Yeah, awesome. All right, next slide, please. All right, happy work anniversary. Look at all the anniversary for the month of February. Stephen, Natalie, Bryce, Gary, Joanne. So congratulations to each and every one for a working anniversary. Oh, even Simon, look at that. That is awesome. So my 1-year anniversary, I survived.
Who?
Some guy named Simon, right? Awesome. So congratulations to each and every one of you. All right, next slide, please. The KW Mastermind, the Art of Negotiations. I am so honored and so pleased. Tomorrow, Thursday, February 4th at 2 p.m., our beloved Maureen Lee will be a guest speaker with 3 other panelists and are going to be talking about negotiations. Now, if you know Maureen, she's a phenomenal agent, persistent, hard worker, consistent capper, but she knows her stuff. She knows her craft. She's a very skillful agent and she doesn't hold back. So I ask you to please join and support Maureen Lee tomorrow, February 4th at 2 p.m. You should have the link. If you don't have the link, make sure to get it from the office. That'll be tomorrow, the art of negotiating, all right? Right now, more so than ever. What are we dealing with right now? Very low inventory of homes and tons of buyers, right? How can you navigate the approach to get your offer considered and ultimately offer accepted? So it's going to be a great meeting tomorrow with phenomenal agents. Maureen, with 3 other top producing agents, will be giving their strategies, their ideas, and their techniques and how they approach their business and the art of negotiations. All right, so looking forward to that. Make sure you tune in to that meeting tomorrow at 2. Next slide. February's a book club. So we have the Fanatical Prospecting. Okay, so join us on the 22nd of this month. Every month we spearhead a new book and just give a perspective. You should have this book. This is one of the phenomenal books that you should have in your arsenal of tools on fanatical prospecting. One of our beloved guests will be hosting this. And I believe South Bay will also be doing it in March or April as well. All right, so take full advantage of everything that we have to offer, guys, because this is just self-motivation to help you with ideas, techniques, inspiration, motivational aspect, and how you should be running your business. Okay, so that'll be Monday, February 22nd, and that's at 5 p.m. So no excuses. You can lead generate in the mornings, you can do your follow-ups, and you can set appointments and be on the call at 5 p.m. All right. All right, next slide. Let's talk about the calendar. what's happening next week, February 8th through the 13th. There you go, folks. We have our producer mindset every day, Monday through Friday. Mondays, we have Holly, who's the team leader for the Long Beach. On Tuesday, we have Stephanie, myself, and I saw a couple of our agents. So thank you this morning for being. I know Heather was on that call. I do them on Wednesdays. Manny does them on Thursday. And then we have a guest speaker, invitation only, on Fridays. Okay, 8 o'clock. It's a 30-minute session. It's a producer's mindset club. We share ideas and we give you other perspectives to look at your business. You know, we also have Bowl too, that we launched already with David Jones. And we have tons of other classes too. We also have the Ignite. Sonia and myself will be spearheading with the other team leaders and top producers. It's a marathon. It's a Saturday all event. The beauty is you can take full advantage of what particular topic you want to jump on and then hear it. It's a 30-minute session, folks. 30 minutes that each team leader or instructor is going to be giving them the insights on how to navigate your business. So that'll be, I believe, this coming, I can't see, I think it's coming this Saturday.
It's next week, Saturday, Simon.
Okay, thank you. I can't see
13th.
my
Yep.
camera. Thank you. So Saturday the 13th, it's from 9 o'clock to 3 p.m. It's called the Ignite Marathon. It's super fun. I know I have fun. I know Sonia has fun as well. And, you know, take full advantage of it as well. All right. Next slide. I know we have agents doing and register for family reunion. So please, if you have not signed up for family reunion, take full advantage. It's all digital experience. It's only $125. It's just around the corner next week, folks, from the 15th through the 18th. You know, take full advantage. Listening to Gary Keller, the state of the company, phenomenal speakers that he's going to have, and all in the comfort of your computer. Okay, it's not like you have to go to Houston or Austin. Last year it was in Houston. This year I think we were supposed to have it in Las Vegas, but due to COVID, you know, we had to alter the way we do things. So this is the digital experience next week. Fun. You know, if you have that Tony Robbins energy that he has, this is the same for Keller Williams. There's going to be tons and tons of people on this. You're going to be able to have breakout sessions and really get dived into all the technology and all the good stuff, and more so the speakers that Gary and the leadership will have for us. So I know I'm in. The question is, are you in? All right. Make sure you register. 125. Okay, that's a bargain. All right. Now to the meat and potato is beef Wellington on the call. I can't hear you.
Okay, how about that? Is that better?
All right. Mr. Wellington, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Thank you, Simon. Where'd you get that picture? Where'd you get that? Was terrible. Oh my God, that was the worst picture I ever saw in my life. Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, this is the real you. That was just an image, though.
Yeah.
We have the real you.
Yeah, here I am, the real me. You know, I'm not sure if this is any better, but there you go. Okay. And I can see, Simon, that one of us is still dyeing our hair. So we got that going. I got that going.
It's not me, that's for sure.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. First and foremost, before we get started, so, you know, let's just kind of go back a little bit. I know you've been at the Keller Williams office many years ago. It's so good to have you back.
Thank you.
And, you know, what's new? I mean, there's so many dynamics that we're seeing right now, especially with Zillow. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for you to just give us some updates on what you're seeing and what other agents are seeing now that they're becoming a brokerage, right? So good stuff.
Yep.
Again, thank you so much, Beef Wellington with Career Compass. So take it away, Beef.
All right, I'm going to go very quickly here today, guys, because I have so much information. I know that we only have an hour for the entire meeting. I'm pretty sure that was the thing, right, Simon? Okay,
Correct.
I'm going to go very quickly here. So at the end, I will stay on as long as anybody wants for any questions, because let me put it this way. What I'm going to be showing you today, this is the third time just today I'm doing this class. That's how hot this is. Zillow dropped the bomb, folks, 2 weeks ago, dropped the bomb. And then they tried to tell us it wasn't the bomb, and it was. They are changing this industry dramatically. I'm going to show you exactly how they're doing it. It is literally shocking. So, folks, I'm going to go very, very quickly. So just try to keep up with me. And then at the end, I'm going to answer any questions you have. So if you're not familiar with Career Compass, then boy, I'm not sure. You got to be familiar with Career Compass too. Simon and I have been friends for a while now, and you know, he's got the best smile in the industry, doesn't he? That guy is amazing. So if you're not familiar with Career Compass, we're the #1 training organization for realtors in the state of California, by far, been around for over 12 years. And we are the company teaching you tools, techniques, systems, and processes that you must have in the future. So I'm going to do several things for you today. Today, I'm going to show you what Zillow is doing, and it's shocking if you really see it for what it is. Number two, I'm going to actually give you some actual tools you can use right here today, this very minute, to beat Zillow and Redfin and Opendoor if you come up against them. And then I'm going to show you a brand new thing that we call C4 that is the hottest thing in the market right now. It is a brand new community that every realtor should be part of. I'll spend about 5 minutes on that. It'll blow your mind. It's nothing like anything in real estate. It's amazing. So let's get going here. All right, real quickly, the market update. Here's what's going on. All right. What's happening? We had a great 2020, didn't we? I mean, everybody was selling a ton of real estate. Why? The interest rates were way low, 2.5%. It's insane. So the business was way up. How do you keep that business going? Here's how. New value. Let me just say this to everybody here, okay, folks, especially you folks there in Keller Williams. You deal with some very expensive houses. These people are going to be listening to Zillow, Opendoor, Redfin, and all these other companies, and they're going to think, wow, I got $1 million house. I could save $60,000 by going with these other companies. And they're going to think that. It's wrong, but they're going to think that. You must show them how you can bring more money to them, even including your commission. Can you do that? If you can, the future is yours, and we're going to show you how to do that. Now, Zillow and Opendoor are posed to take a record number of deals this year. Here's what's going on. Zillow is now a brokerage. Now you're thinking, well, wait a minute, they were a brokerage before. Not like this. They're part of CRMLS now, which means they're just like everybody on this call. And there's some key differences here. Here's what happened 2 weeks ago. They now have a direct IDX feed. What does that mean, Wellington? Here's what it means. It means they no longer need our blessing to take all of our information, which they've made money on for years and years, and market with it. And we have no control over it anymore. And on top of that, they're going to have their own agents, yes, competing against you. Even though they say they're not, they are. And also, on another side, Opendoor is going public. It's going public. And by the way, folks, companies don't go public unless they're doing well. So when we were diverted in 2020 with COVID and doing a lot of properties, these two companies made great gains. I'm going to show you what's going on. Number four, I should say, the number of agents, especially at Keller Williams, using the 7% technique is at an all-time high. If you are one of Simon's agents, you're not using the 7% technique, you are walking away from thousands of dollars in extra commission you could have that the seller wants you. It works so well in the high-end areas. It's like magic. I'll show you an example of somebody doing it right in Orange County in a few minutes. It's unbelievable. You must learn. This is one of the greatest tools you'll ever have. And that's just one out of over 100 things that Career Compass brings to you. So let's get going. I'm going to show you a video of a guy that you may have heard of before called Richard Barton. Who's Richard Barton? He's the CEO of Zillow, and he's one of the founding members. And he was the guy that brought Expedia to the travel agent industry. Look at this.
And I basically likened the transition, the kind of market expansion that Zillow is going through right now, where we've got this huge, profitable incumbent business with this trusted brand. And we're saying, all right, there is a technology disruption happening, and we've got to be the ones to build the bridge across the chasm and get to the other side. And that's why we are going so hard and so aggressively, but in a prudent way, at the new opportunity, and it's going extremely well.
Do you think even further a step forward about other avenues you could go into with mortgages, other aspects?
Yeah, it turns out that the house transaction is the hub of a series of really big, important, and potentially profitable transactions. Getting the mortgage, the title, the escrow, moving, telecommunication services, all this happens and changes and is keyed off of the house transaction. And we are making investments in most of these businesses, specifically mortgages, title, and escrow right now, and creating an integrated digital platform so that one day, the dream is that we dream one day of you having kind of almost a trade-in experience with your house, where you're standing in a house, a Zillow offers house that we own. You've been there 15 times. You've let yourself in with the Zillow app. We know who you are and where you live. We've already have a mortgage ready to go. We have an offer ready for your house when you're ready to transact, and you, with one click, can decide to move.
Everybody hear that? With one click, you can decide to move. Here's what he said. He's basically telling you exactly what Zillow is going to be doing to this industry. We're the trusted brand. He said, so forget Keller Williams. We're the trusted brand. And amazing. That's unbelievable. We're profitable, he says. So buy our stock. We're prudent. We're digital. And by the way, one thing that 2020 did for the entire world is it showed the entire world that you can do anything, including getting your groceries into your house and never deal with another human being. And that is bad for real estate. We know who you are. We have all your information. You can let yourself in with one click. You've seen our houses. It's a Zillow owned house, right? We bought it, we own it, and you can trade your house in. And it's the hub of some very profitable transactions, like the mortgage, like title, like escrow. So if you're an LO, if you're a title person, if you're an escrow person, they're coming after you too. This is a problem. Now, I'm going to show you how they're doing this. They're convincing your customers that they don't need you, especially in the high-end markets. Because here's the advertising that they're showing. I'm going to show you this for about 15 seconds. It's a 15-second spot, and it tells the customer two things that they never said. Watch this.
When Zillow buys your home, life gets a little less stressful because you can sell without repairs and choose your closing date, giving you more time for the things you love. Visit Zillow to request your free offer.
That's 15 seconds. Guess what they just told your customer? Two things that you just thought. Number one, I can sell without repairs for top dollar. They never said that, but you thought it, didn't you? You sure did, and so did your customers. And the other thing that they thought, that they made you think, that is, and your customers, that this is commission free, because the guy takes his cell phone, which is our primary brain for most of us, okay, and click the number, and that's how much money you get, right? Wrong-o. It's not accurate at all, but that's what your customer is thinking when they see this, and they go, oh, I guess we don't need realtors anymore. In 15 seconds, they just did that. You must show your customers that this is complete BS from start to finish, and we actually are the ones who are going to teach you how to do that. Now, with that being said, let's say here's Remax, there's Keller Williams, there's Coldwell, there's Berkshire, there's Century 21. Let's say that this are all the brokerages, okay, in the world. There's all the other brokerages. So this are all the brokers. Well, we have this thing called a co-op. So what we do is we take all of our information, all of our listings, and we put it in the MLS, and we help each other out. The idea was like, you know what? You have your information, I have my information. Let's put it all together in one central location, and we can all make money, serve the client better, increase values, and do everything that's good that realtors do, right? Well, guess what? Is anybody in this group right here making money from the information? No, we're making money from commissions, but we're not making money from the information itself. Only one company's ever done that, and it's this one. They're the only ones who've ever taken the information, repackaged it, and resold it back to you. The only ones who are selling you your own leads. Well, guess what? They needed our permission to do that. When you're doing a listing, okay, and you get to the end of it, where it's the IDX, the VOWs, the syndications, and everything else like that, it's all defaulted as yes, isn't it? That's your permission, or should we say your broker's permission, because they own the listing, to give Zillow that information. If you put no on all that stuff, they wouldn't be able to get the information. Nobody ever does. But that changed 2 weeks ago. As of 2 weeks ago, Zillow does not need your permission, or Simon's permission, should we say. Simon, you're the broker of record?
No, that's Rich. I'm the team leader.
Ready for this? They don't need Rich's permission anymore. They have a direct IDX feed from the MLS straight to them. So guess what? We can't opt them out anymore. Not that you were doing that in the first place, but now they're equal to us when it comes to the MLS. That's a key point. Why is it a key point? Here's why. That's Simon Raskoff. He ran Zillow for 10 years. He partnered with agents, and here's what he basically did. So, okay, we're going to take all this information that's your information in the first place, repackage it, and sell it to other agents. So if you're a premier agent buying this information, you can beat other agents. So we're kind of partnering with at least the people who pay us, right? 3 years ago, this guy, Richard Barton, once again came in, and he, in my opinion, and boy, I tell you, it sure appears this way, he's one who goes, okay, that's it. We're now taking over the industry. And since then, he's done move after move after move after move to take over this industry. Don't think so? Let me show you this. And by the way, all of you out there who think, oh, I've been watching the videos on Zillow's site, and it says they're still going to partner with agents and they're still the advocate of agents. Wait till I show you what I'm about to show you. This will shock you, because check this out. Has anybody checked their reviews lately? Anybody? They're back up, aren't they? but they were down for an entire week. And they said, oh, it's a glitch. A glitch? Are you serious? If you think it was a glitch, I got a bridge to sell you. That's unbelievable. That was a missile across the bow, letting you know that they're in charge, because they took them down for a week and they can take them down again. That's them letting you know that not only do we have your information, we can do anything we want with it, but we can take your reviews that you've worked on for 10 years and trash them. Now, see this right here? This is a listing agent. So now if you need a listing agent, you can go to Zillow. You need a buyer's agent, you can go to Zillow now. You need to list your house on the MLS, you can go to Zillow now. You need a loan, hey, LOs, you can get it from Zillow. You need insurance, you need title insurance, Zillow, escrow, Zillow, iBuyers, Zillow. Do you guys see a trend here? This is what's happening in the industry, okay? They have this. I mean, they have all of this already. That is a takeover right there. If you don't see that, I don't know how to tell you. So let me kind of explain how this works. Here's what some of you are thinking. Oh, I have such good relationships with my database. Well, I'm going to say this, it's going to shock everybody. The relationships you have with your database are not worth what they used to be worth. Here's why. 30 years ago, oh, I knew my realtor. I know who that person is. They're a good friend of mine. I'd always list with them. Your clients now have other options that they will consider. Let me show you what those options are. Let's say that this is you. You're the Keller Williams agent. That's you right there. And you know this guy right here. His name is Fred, and he just got a job transfer. You think because you have such a great relationship with him and he's in your database, he'd always list with you. But he goes to work the next day, and what does he see? He sees that his friend goes, oh, you need to sell your house quickly? Just call Zillow. They'll make you a cash offer, close whenever you want, no open houses. Now, so now he has two options. Here's the third option. And this right here is many of you Keller Williams agents, because you've been to the Career Compass. This agent right here knows all the tools and techniques, like the 7% technique, the EAT, the PAT, the lawyer letter, all these great tools and techniques that the Career Compass teaches. Well, here's what you have. You have a relationship, you have the MLS, and you have a sign in the front yard. There's your value. What do they have? According to him, they have a cash offer. According to his friend, no open houses, fast closing. What does this agent have? They have things like the 7% technique, pushing the equity up, increasing the amount the house is worth and selling it quicker. And they have dozens of things like that. Let's talk about value. This is you. You have zero value. None. You want to know why? It's $1 million house. Lots of them in South Bay. Okay? You are worth $1 million to them. The house is worth $1 million. You're going to sell for $1 million. You create no additional value. This over here is a savings of $30,000. He thinks it isn't, but that's what Zillow tells him. Okay? This agent over here is worth an additional $40,000 in extra equity because they know the tools and techniques that the Career Compass teaches. Now, he might list with you out of what I call pity. And I don't mean P-I-T-I. I don't mean principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. I mean P-I-T-Y. Because he might list with you because he pities you because you have a relationship. He wants to do this. But if he knows this agent over here, which I'm hoping is going to be you, he's going to go here. Which one of these is you? You decide. Now, with that being said, see this right here? This is an actual email from CRMLS to my email address. This will shock you. Check this out. I got this from the representative, the PR representative from CRMLS. See this letter? It's a bunch of different questions. Here's the one I want you to look at right here. Is Zillow doing this with CRMLS or all the MLSs? Here is Zillow's answer. Zillow is becoming a dues-paying member of local, state, and national association of realtors. Zillow is now in NAR as of right now. They're in CAR and they're in your local board. What does that mean? Okay, I could probably ask Simon this, like, what does that mean? Well, think about this. Zillow's gonna walk into NAR in Chicago and sit down at the desk, sit down at the table, aren't they? The voting table. The minute they get there, they'll be the most powerful entity that's ever been as a member of the National Association of Realtors, and they will run NAR, not you anymore. There it is right there in black and white. That's what's happening, and it's shocking. Now, what I'm going to do is that's what Zillow is doing, and it is a shocking situation. I'm now going to show you exactly what you can use to beat them coming and going, and I'm going to go quickly. This one right here is what happens when Zillow and Opendoor buys the house. You can use this tool right here. Some of you already have it because you've been to our seminar. Some of you have this right here. This is actually a video you get right from our website. We actually have it in Keynote format and PowerPoint format as well. You can show this to a customer, okay? And in 2 minutes, it'll decimate any chance and any desire they have of using an iBuyer. Ready? Let me show it to you. Let's say that this is a house right in South Bay. It's $1 million. Okay, lots of them out there. This is you. This is you. You're the listing agent. You listed this house for $1 million. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here's how a normal transaction works. A buyer's agent comes in and offers $1 million on the house, and the commission is 5%. You get a full price offer, especially these days because the inventory is low. So how much commission is due on that transaction? 50 grand, 5% of 1 million. So how much is due back to the seller before expenses? Because they're all about the same, 950. However, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if you're considering an iBuyer like Zillow or Open Door, here's what happens. It doesn't happen this way. It's completely different. Number one, let's say the list is $1 million, 5% commission. Let's say you get a full price offer from Open Door or Zillow, which you won't get, but for comparison reasons, let's just say you do. Now, has anybody heard what these commissions are for these companies? No, you haven't, because they don't call them commission. They call them service charges or relationship fees. And the average relationship fee for Zillow or Open Door is 7.5%. 7.5%. You're thinking, that's more than me, Wellington. What they do, just change it from 5% to 7%? No. Ready for this? Watch this. This is something that came out in our seminar when Open Door was on our stage and we were debating them. It was unbelievable. Some of you were there. Ready? Here's the 7.5%, $75,000, right? So you think your 5%, your 50 grand commission goes away. It doesn't. That $75,000 right there is only toward the buy side of the transaction. It does not cover your listing side. So guess what you have to do? You think the seller's getting 925. Wrong-o. You now have to go back to your seller for your 2.5% or 25 grand on that side. So now the seller gets 900, and that's on a full price offer, which you won't get. Here's what you'll get. You'll get this from Zillow, 920. Now let's apply the numbers, because here's what they do. They don't buy houses for full price, do they? They buy them at a discount. Exactly. Then they apply their fees. Ready? Here's their 7.5% that goes just to them. So you think your seller's getting 851? No. You've got to be paid, right? So there's your commission. So apples to apples, an agent buying and selling a house versus Zillow and Open Door, the difference is $122,000 on $1 million house. That's the difference to the seller. At this point, when you're showing this to a seller, they'll be like, that's it, I'm out, man. I'm never going to use an iBuyer. And now you can show it to them numerically, because here's what some of you are going to do. You're going to go into a listing presentation and go, oh, well, the iBuyers and the discounters, they're cheaper, but I'm better. Wrong, folks. You are better, and you're also cheaper. Let me show it to you. There's the difference right there. Now, some of you are thinking, well, Wellington, if I show this, to my seller, the seller might go, well, why don't I just go ahead and cut you out too and just sell straight to Zillow, which they can do, and get rid of your commission. Now it's more profitable to the seller, isn't it? No, even with no agents involved whatsoever, it's still on a full price offer, $25,000 more expensive to use Zillow and $99,000 more expensive on a realistic offer. So what I just showed you, I just showed you a tool where you can show your sellers numerically how even including your commission, and this is even without involving the 7% technique, even including your commission, you are the highest value, lowest cost option to sell a house. And there it is. Now you can show it to them numerically. And this you get right from the Career Compass, because most of your Career Compass members anyway. The second tool I'm going to give you is this one. This is a spreadsheet. Ready? This, all you do is put the value of the house right here, what they owe on the house, creates their equity. It automatically calculates what the average equity they would get from a Zillow online platform, your competitors versus you. I call this exclamation point. This all does all the work for you, because all of the formulas are already in here. So again, on $1 million house, if they own 600,000, their equity is 400. How much are they going to get if they go with Zillow? It gives you a range. Then how much are they going to get out of that if they go with your competition? There's a range. Then they get your range. It's always beneficial to you, because based on all the knowledge that we have, it's always going to be better to go with a Keller Williams agent using the 7% technique than any of these other ones. This is an invaluable tool. With one click, you can show it to them numerically. It's amazing. Now, the last tool I'm going to show you before I explain where you can get all this stuff is our crush sheets. I just spoke to a Keller Williams agent in San Francisco 2 weeks ago. She lost a listing to Redfin because she couldn't compete with Redfin's 1% listing. Guess what? She calls me. She goes, Wellington, I lost this listing. We had a mutual friend. She had never been to the seminar before. So I went through what we call the crush sheets. And we have one of these for Redfin, for Zillow, for Open Door, for every single one of them. And I went through all the points about Redfin. She goes, if I would have known what you just showed me, I would have won that listing. So she lost the listing because she didn't have this. So for example, let's say that your seller goes, well, Wellington, I'm thinking about going with Zillow. No problem. Let me show you exactly how Zillow works. Ready? Zillow comes in with a 3 to 30% less on the house. Then they do a 6 to 12% fee. Then they take out all their commission, all of their expenses. Watch this. So 6 to 12% after they lowball the value of the house. So for example, let's say you take a $500,000 house, and let's say that Zillow buys it for 9% below its comps, which is very typical for them. And they take an 8% relationship fee or something like that. Here's what happens. Ready? $500,000 times take away 9%, then take away 8% is $418,600. That's what the seller's going to get. Now compare that to what you would do if you incorporated the 7% technique. You'd sell this house for $520,000 or $525,000. The difference is $100,000. Can you imagine a seller looking at this and ever even thinking about going with an iBuyer? Never. And watch this. Here's the one for Zillow. There's the one for Home Bay. There's Really, which by the way, very, very aggressive in California. There's Redfin, and you all come up against Redfin. With this right here, you will decimate Redfin, because here's the thing. Here's the thing about their 1% listing. It's not a 1% listing. It's only a 1% listing if you agree on the contract to buy another house with them as the buyer's agent for full commission. Did everybody know that? That's just one aspect. You can crush anybody with these kind of things. There's the Open Door, there's Unlock, and there's Rex, which is Rex Real Estate, very aggressive in the South Bay. So we have about 5 or 6 more. All of these, along with that spreadsheet I showed you and that video and all the other tools and techniques that Career Compass brings you, are invaluable in the future of real estate. I mean, they were valuable before. Now, this will save your listings coming and going. And we have hundreds of examples just in the last 6 months of this. Now, the last thing I want to show you before I talk about C4 for about 5 minutes is the 7% technique. Some of you are like, well, that doesn't work in my area, Wellington, because I do high-end houses. Let me show you a listing and what happened to it. And by the way, the 7% technique works better the more expensive the house is. This is a real listing in Orange County by a real realtor. Watch this.
But listen to this. We just had a sale of a house that you have, Phil, right?
Yes.
All right. And tell the folks what happened to you by applying the 7% technique.
We had a house that was for sale for $500,000. We had no offers on it. We had the client agree to this 7% price because I told him there would be a buying frenzy if we could get the price up to 7%. Within 1 hour after putting the 7% listing on the MLS, we had 10 calls on it, and we got an all-cash offer between the people who wanted to buy it of $595,000 closed escrow in 1 day.
Okay, look at that. That's a real transaction. No interest in that house. And again, this was before the craziness, okay, of this summer. But think about this. That is extra value. That is not putting the house on the MLS and hoping for the best and listing at 5%. He put it on the MLS for 7% using our process, which many of you already know. Within 1 hour, he sold the house cash $595,000. Can you imagine if this was a $1 million or $1.5 million or $2 million house? It'd be unbelievable. These are the tools and techniques you must know if you want to compete in the industry of real estate in the future, because the value that you bring, or at least what your customers think you bring, has now just been duplicated for what your customers are going to think is free by Zillow. So either we level up as an industry, and boy, no one knows this better than Simon. We either need to increase our value to our customers, or we're out of business, just like travel agents. There's one example right there. Do you think that customer would ever use anybody but them? Not a chance. Do you think any of their friends or family would ever use anybody but Bill? Never. They would never think of using an iBuyer. This is the future of real estate. So what we've basically done, folks, is I want to show you this right here. I just put this in just for Simon's group. Okay, this is just for you guys. Here's the question, and this is the 800-pound elephant in the room. Ready? Can Zillow become the MLS? Does anybody want to know the answer to that? Well, they say no, no, no. We would never do that. And here's what they mean. They mean they would never do that to your MLS. That doesn't mean they're not going to become the MLS. Let me show it to you. I'm going to go right back to this. This is the example I just showed you 5 minutes ago where the customer lost $122,000. Now watch this. This will, and I'll send this to Simon, this slide right here, because this will show you exactly what they're doing. I'm going to go ahead and put you right up here. This is the Keller Williams, the realtor, okay, right there. Now I'm going to take this and put it right up here. This is what happened when Zillow, okay, or Open Door bought the house. All right, so she sold the house on behalf of her seller to Zillow. So now Zillow owns the house, right? But you're thinking, Wellington, this isn't going to affect my business, you say, because I still got my $23,000 over here. So everything's good. So what if Zillow owns it through their iBuyer program? Because here's what you think they're going to do, because they're telling you they're going to do it, which, is there anybody here that trusts Zillow? If you do, I've got a bridge to sell you. Once again, it's unbelievable. Now you think Zillow's going to put that Zillow-owned house on the MLS for a 2.5% commission. So here's what's going to happen. The buyer's agent's going to see it owned by Zillow on the MLS, and here's his buyer. So they're going to make the transaction, and what happens is they're going to sell it for $1 million because that's the comp value, and they're going to get $25,000. So look, I got $23,000 and they got 25, so it's fine, isn't it, Wellington? It's all the same. Wrong. This is what you think they're going to do. However, here's what Zillow can do already. They can go, okay, we did it this way, and this is fine, but we already have all the eyes in the world, don't we? Zillow says. They have all the eyes in the world because everybody goes to Zillow, so they have all the buyers. They put buyer's agents almost out of business. So Zillow goes, we already have all the buyers. I'm wondering if we can just buy this house straight from the seller and cut out the agent. That's you. Cut out the agent and cut out the agent's commission and just buy it right from the seller, which they can. It's called an iBuyer transaction. So they can buy it through you on your listing, or they can just cut you out completely and buy it through the seller. Now, what about the MLS? Well, gee whiz, Zillow thinks. We already have all the buyers. Why even worry about the MLS? Let's go ahead and get rid of the MLS and the 2.5% commission. So what happens to the buyer's agent? Bye-bye buyer's agent, no buyer's agent, and no commission on that side either. So what this buyer does is sees it on Zillow like everybody else. So what just happened? Zillow already has all the buyers, and now they have a way to go ahead and represent themselves as a brokerage with the person who owns the house. So it goes straight from the owner, from the seller, straight to the buyer. No listing agent, no buyer's agent, no MLS, no nothing. So when Zillow says to you, oh, we won't take over your MLS, sure, maybe they won't, but they certainly can create their own. And it's much more efficient, isn't it? That is the answer to that question. Now, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly the future of your real estate career. And I don't care if you're a top producer that knows everything about real estate or a brand new person. The Career Compass made an announcement on January 1st of this year. And just since then, hundreds of agents have gotten involved in this new community. And I want to use that word emphasis, community of agents who feel that they are not being represented by their organizations. So let me show you this. And I don't mean Keller Williams. I mean your boards, obviously, since Zillow's now a member. So let me show you how this works. Okay. So let me, most of you know who Career Compass is. So let me ask you this. If for the price of lunch, I could actually double or triple your volume, regardless of what it is, would you buy me lunch? Most agents say yes. If the answer to that is yes, watch this. Here's what we found out in 2020. Okay. When interest rates goes down, okay, business goes up. So how do you keep your business up when interest rates go back up? Here's how. So most of you know our award-winning seminar. Most of you have been to it. We're 500 people in a room. Well, we can't do that in the state of California this year. And we needed to move to a service where you can get everything you got at the seminar, but in a virtual way. Watch this. Now, most of you who want to come to the live seminar, we still are going to have them this year, but they're going to have to be in Nevada because California is not allowing groups like that. So we're going to be doing Reno, Tahoe, and Vegas. That's our live thing. Okay, so all of you who are members, more than welcome to come. That's going to be great. Many of you have been to a lot of our locations throughout the years. We're going to be bringing those back as soon as California lets us. And many of you have our greatest hits, which is basically a compilation of recorded tools and techniques, everything we've ever taught. So with that being said, here's what we found out just this year. There's two types of training. There's the Career Compass and everything else. Let me show you how this works. The Career Compass has great training, like the deal a week technique, a listing every week of your life guaranteed. And I can show you how to do it. It's brilliant. We have people doing it right now, even in your area. Okay, the 7% technique, the lunch bunch, the EAT, the PAT, the lawyer letter, all these great tools and techniques. So Career Compass has amazing content, but we do not have coaching. We just provide the content to you. But this year we learned that if you're going to be successful in real estate, you are going to need not just great content, but mentorship, someone to show you, a group of people to show you how to put this into your daily life. Because most people learn things and then never put it in their daily life. There's learning, then there's implementation. There's this huge gap. Okay, so if you're going to be in real estate in the future, you're going to need both great content, stuff you've never learned before, and things that will just absolutely decimate Zillow and your competition, plus a way to implement it in your life. Now, all the other coaching in the world, all the other training in the world, should we say, all has the same thing. Mailers, cold calling, door knocking, okay, bothering your friends and family, et cetera, et cetera. So they say there's really no new content there, is there? If all the other training organizations out there. Okay? But they say, hey, pay us $1,000 a month for coaching and you'll be successful. Anybody ever done that? Yeah, it's most time it's useless. Okay, $1,000 a month. I want you to keep that number in mind. It's unbelievable. Okay, watch this. Is coaching the answer? It isn't, at least traditionally. Watch. 93% of agents said coaching, the two sessions a month with somebody who didn't even know real estate, was way too expensive for what they got. Almost 80% of all coaching clients did not renew their contract the next year. And they probably wouldn't have continued their contract if they weren't in a contract they had to pay. Here's the other thing about coaching. Almost all coaching is done by somebody other than the person you bought coaching from. That's insanity. I know a coach from one of the 3 major real estate coaching companies. Not going to mention who they are, but I'm going to mention them. Ready? She was a Jenny Craig salesman, never had a license, never transacted a property, never did anything like that. Okay, had no idea how real estate, and she was coaching $1,000 a month clients. Can you believe that? $1,000 a month. Okay? And all it is really reminding you what you should be doing in the first place. There's no new content to it. What's the answer? The answer is this right here, C4, the newest community that is taking real estate by storm. This is the most epic thing that's ever happened to real estate. What does C4 stand for? Well, obviously Career Compass, and you know us well, so you know how good our content is. Concierge Connection, a complete community, a suite, a package of benefits that every realtor is going to need if they're going to be in real estate in the future. I promise you. Now, here's how it works. It's all of the benefits of what we call crap coaching, which is all the other people out there that do coaching for you, not KW. They have great stuff. You guys have great training. But I'm talking about the coaching companies out there. All the great benefits, okay, if there is any, plus you're not going to get coached. You're going to get mentored by masters. So no Jenny Craig salespeople. We're talking about people who have been in real estate for 20, 30, 40 years who know exactly how to do it. But it doesn't stop there. Here's the key. All of that with none of the cost of coaching. None of it. It's amazing. This will blow your mind. Ready? I'm going to go over 10 benefits as fast as I can because I only have about a few more minutes. This will blow your mind. So every month you get 2 live sessions with masters and legends. Let me show you this. The first one is called Mentoring with Masters. So you don't get one coach. You get 6 masters who are going to coach you live every month. Okay? And when does it happen? It happens on the 4th day of the week, which is Wednesday, on the 4th week of the month at 4 o'clock for C4. You can't miss it. So every month, this guy right here, Jim Zers, he's the #1 trainer, consultant for the senior market. Okay, that guy there is the best loan guy I've ever seen. This guy has 42 years of experience. These are the masters of real estate, and they're going to be at your disposal live. Now, that's your first session. Your second session every month is Learning with Legends. You couldn't get this no matter what you paid for it. Ready for this? This lady right here is Marguerite Crispillo. She's done 4,000 transactions in her life. She's going to train you live. You're going to be on a live session with her. This lady right here is Carol Hacker. Many of you know her, one of the greatest managers of all time in the state of California, almost as good as Simon. Okay, this guy right here is Tom Daves. He's done 7,000 transactions in his life. This guy right here is in the top 10 of all realtors in the history of California ever. You're going to meet these people, learn from these people live every single month. And by the way, guess who's also going to be on one of our monthly Learning with Legends? I don't know, somebody named Simon. We'll get to that later. So every month you get 2 sessions that are live with the masters and the legends. But that's not all. Hold on. Every year you get a yearly tune-up with our masters on a full day. In addition to your monthly sessions, a full day with any of our masters to fine-tune your business. So if you're at a very high level, this is key. Very fine-tune your business to get ready for the next coming year so you have the best year you've ever had going on and on. Here's one that you'll never believe. We have something called Masters on Demand, MOD. What is that? As a C4 member, you will have a dedicated line straight to our company where you can talk to any of our coaches, any of our master mentors at any time during business hours and work on one-on-one any tool or technique that you're going to be using on. There's not a coaching program in the world that has anything even close to that. Ready for this? Number 5, if you miss one of the Legends sessions or one of the Mastering with Mentor sessions, guess what? It's recorded. If you want to learn the 7% technique, the deal of the week technique, any of these great techniques, they're all recorded for you. And you have a complete library of every tool and technique that the Career Compass teaches with the Legends, with the Masters at your disposal at any time. So if you miss a session, no problem. You just go ahead and watch the session live, okay, right from the recording. And then if you have any questions, you call your MOD, Masters on Demand, and ask your questions. So you never miss any of the training. This is going to blow you away. Number 6 benefit, actual referrals. Nope, not leads, referrals to your business in 3 aspects. We have a special company called the National Real Estate Post that generates referrals to us all the time. We have 27,000 members. We generate referrals from that. And you'll also get referrals from the other C4 members. So actually all the referrals that we get at our company go straight to C4 members. So you're actually going to get referrals, not leads, but actual deals. Number 7, this is what our seminar looks like when we open the doors. Not for you, not for C4 members, because you get reserved seating. And most seminars charge hundreds of dollars to sit up next to Tony Robbins or the trainers. Not ours. If you're in C4, you get up in a specially roped off area. You get the VIP treatment. Who knows? Maybe we'll even have cocktail service. That'd be good for Simon. So you get that. Next, you get private C4 cocktail receptions before every one of our seminars, where you're actually going to be meeting the very people who are coaching you, who are mentoring you, like the actual masters, as well as some of the legends. Could you imagine standing there and talking to people like Tom Morehouse or Simon or Carol Hacker face to face in person? You couldn't get that no matter what you paid. You get that with C4 at every one of our seminars. That is awesome. Now, next, number 9, you're gonna love this, you tech geeks. Benefit number 9, you get a complete profile on our website, and we have tens of thousands of hits every month. What does that do for you? So here's your profile, here's your information, here's you, here's a video of you, all your information. People can like you, follow you, go to your website from our website. You can get referrals, but it does something else. It does this. See what search algorithms, that right there, see that? It's also called metadata. When you are featured, you have a profile that's featured on another website, you move up in Google searches. So if I Google South Bay Realtor, you come up earlier in Google searches than you do right now. That right there, free benefit. That alone is worth it right there. You can't even buy this kind of marketing. It's amazing. And the last thing, you get your DRE renewal as well as your car and NAR ethics done at any time you like through our third-party affiliates. They will hold your hand right through it, get you all done. No matter when you need your renewal, no matter when you need your car and our ethics, we will get that for you, no charge whatsoever, coming right to you. That's your 10th benefit, done through our certified partner affiliate companies, and we have the best company partners ever. So you get that and that's your 10th and 11th benefit, and we're adding new benefits all the time. This is just the beginning, folks, as if this wasn't worth it. Now, real quickly, okay, you get your monthly mentoring with masters, you get your learning with legends, okay, like Simon, awesome guy. You get your one-on-one tune-up. You get your Masters on Demand. You get your complete video library of all tools and techniques. You get actual referrals. You actually get reserved seating at all of our seminars. You get the C4 private receptions at our seminars with the Masters and with the Legends, okay, as well as your profile on our website, as well as your car and NAR and DRE renewals through our third-party affiliate company. Ready for this? Coaching programs that don't have any of this stuff charge $1,000 a month. That they charge that. It's insane. Not a chance. The cheapest one we ever found was $500, between $250 and $500. That's the cheapest one for terrible coaching. It's awful. Ready for this? Not with C4. This is our thank you to especially Keller Williams and all the other brokerages that have made us the #1 training. Ready for this? This is going to blow your mind. All of these tools and techniques, all of these benefits, every single month come to you live for $19, not $1,900. No, 19, not 19,000, $19. It's basically the equivalent of buying me and Simon a drink. If he has a beer and I have a beer and you left a tip, that's how much you'd spend. Would you buy me a drink for the greatest coaching and all these benefits every month? If the answer to that is no, you're not in real estate. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in real estate, and it's $19. And by the way, no contract. If this isn't for you, you quit at any time you want, no additional charges whatsoever. Okay, but I guarantee you'll never quit. This will be the greatest community you've ever been. This is literally representation for realtors in this industry. It's tools, techniques, training, mentoring, all this great stuff for next to nothing. Quit anytime you want, but I guarantee you never will. Here's our challenge to you. If you're in coaching already for $1,000 a month or whatever, keep going. Compare ours to theirs. Okay, do ours along with theirs. You'll get more transactions, more deals from ours than you do from your $1,000 a month coaching, or we'll refund every dime of ours. That's how good this is. And if you're not in coaching, try us for 6 months. If you are not completely blown away, we'll refund it again. There's no risk whatsoever, and it costs next to nothing. So here's how you do it. You guys want that spreadsheet I showed you? We're going to send you that today after you become a C4 member. Want this video? You got it. You want the crush sheets? You got it. You want all the other tools and techniques that we have? You got it. You get everything as a C4 member. You are the VIP. It's online. It's at the seminars. It's everything. So you can get all of this. What you do, you can do it one of three ways. Okay, you can become a C4 member by scanning that QR code, number one. Number two, you can go to thecareercompass.com, or better yet, along here, somewhere along here is a chat box in this Zoom meeting right here. There's a chat box down here. Just click the chat box and it'll open up. There's a link right in that chat box that's going to be repairing. You just click that link right now. So right now on the chat box right here, you click the link, you'll go straight to our website. You can find new information. You can get more information. You can see videos, and you can sign up for C4. Guys, what do you have to lose? I mean, $19, this is our thank you to you. The upside of this is a real estate career that's unlike anything you've ever thought of, and the downside is nothing. If this doesn't make sense to you, boy, I can't imagine what would. And we have the greatest trainers, we have the greatest mentors, and we have the greatest legends coming to you live every single month for next to nothing. This is the future of real estate, folks. So click right here on the chat box, or go to The Career Compass, or scan that QR code, whatever technology you like the best. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off right there because we only got 5 minutes left. I'm going to hand it back to Simon for any questions about C4, about Zillow, about any of it. Okay, the link just popped up in the chat box. So right here, guys, where the chat box is, click that link. You can be part of C4. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up to any questions about C4, about Zillow, about what they're doing, about them possibly becoming the new MLS. And I'm telling you, it's just my opinion, but I think that's where they're going. So we need to take this business back. Guys, this business is being taken from us. Your business is being taken from you. Take it back. This is our business. This is our industry. These are our listings. We provide the value. We provide the expertise. Don't let these iBuyers take this from you, and learn the tools and techniques that are going to make you a greater realtor than you already are. All right. Anybody have questions? And great seeing you too, whoever just did that. I think it was Susan or something like that. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Now, some of us are members. I have used it to renew my license.
Yep.
So is that in top of that?
Okay, we have, basically you're talking about two things. Now, many of you are Career Compass members, and what that does, you paid one-time fee, and you get to go to any of our live seminars, our 2.5-day live seminars for free, for life, forever. Okay, you paid your one-time fee, you're a member for life, so thank you for being a Career Compass member. What this does, this is a new product that actually works hand in hand with the seminars or independently, that brings you online mentoring, coaching, training every single month. So basically, you went to the seminar and you learn great tools and techniques, and we are going to every single month implement that into your business. So now you can actually implement that stuff and use it every single month, along with all the other benefits. That's why there's so many more benefits than you get just at the seminar. And again, for $19, what do you have to lose? So yes, those are two separate things, and they stand alone. You can just do the seminars and you can just do C4, or you can work them together, and they're designed to be completely complementary to each other. So many of you are Career Compass members. Many of you are going to become members of C4. You are unstoppable. So yeah, two separate things.
Yeah, I called you the Speedy Gonzalez of Compass because of your energy.
Love it. Any other questions, anybody?
I already signed up.
Is that champagne?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Awesome. You're going to love it. Awesome. We have a question for how do we, as a community, keep Zillow from, okay, I think we had a question. If I can't see the chat box on mine. If somebody could read me that question, as a community, how do we keep Zillow from doing something? Where'd my Simon man go?
I'm here. So the question is, how do we, as a community, keep Zillow from becoming more powerful?
Okay. All right. First off, they are going to become powerful. There's no way to stop that. They are part of NAR. They are part of CAR. However, the key to real estate is your database and the people that you know. Every person out there knows, everybody in the world knows a realtor. If they are educated by you, your database, that you can numerically show that you put more money in their pocket, protect their equity, increase the price of their house, increase the comps in the area, and they know that they'll put more money in their pocket, even including your commission, than Zillow ever will, you've got Zillow Beat coming and going. And that's the key. Those tools I showed you, the 7% technique, the video I showed you, the spreadsheets, all the tools and techniques that basically show the seller more value than you've ever shown them before. That's how to beat Zillow, because what Zillow thinks you've been doing, they're not providing for free. Zillow's providing it for free. You must be better. You must level up and show your database that you're worth way more than any ridiculous iBuyer. Now, I had a question about antitrust. I wish that would save us, but it's not going to. Okay, antitrust laws are not going to save the industry when it comes to Zillow's attack. Now, is there going to be lawsuits? 100%. But Zillow has the most expensive and the most number of lawyers anywhere in the industry of real estate. So, are they going to be able to get around the antitrust laws? Yeah, they are going to be able to get around, because they are saying, hey, we're just a brokerage now. We're just a brokerage. So we're just doing exactly what everybody else is doing. Okay? Because just omitting a listing or a sale and a purchase from the MLS does not constitute antitrust. They are a brokerage, and they can buy a house for cash, just like a FSBO, and then they can sell it for cash. Not only because they're a broker, but because that system works. So the antitrust, I get this question every single time I've done this. And again, I've done this very thing 3 times today. That's how hot this subject is. We have hundreds of new C4 members. And guys, this is the key to the future of real estate. Antitrust laws are not going to save us. What's going to save us is that we are great. We are great realtors with great skill sets, and that we are going to show the world that we are worth every dime of our commission and then more. And who does that for you? Career Compass is the #1 company teaching you how to do that for over 12 years now. So our safety net is that we are great. So be great, as the old saying goes, be great or be gone. And that's what's happening right now. And you are great because you're Keller Williams. Come on, guys, you work for Simon. Okay, Simon's one of the best in the industry. You work for one of the best guys on the planet. You are great. You are Keller Williams, probably one of the greatest brokerages of all time, and you work for one of the greatest managers of all time. Take your business back and be great. That's our safety net, not antitrust laws. So, sorry, keep going.
Hey, can I just add a couple of things? First of all, your coach, AKA me, is a member of Career Compass. So it's an awesome thing. And one of the other ways to combat this is start sending your app to people instead of having them search on Zillow. So those are my 2 cents.
Okay, great comment. 1000% correct. Did everybody hear what she said? That was brilliant stuff. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, do stuff differently, do stuff better, be great, get coached by great people. Okay, just like her right there. Okay, this is what we need, guys. We don't just take a listing because somebody pities you, put it in the MLS and hope for the best. That's not being great. Be great, and you know how to do it. That's why you're with Keller Williams. So absolutely, thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Awesome. I think there's another question here for you. Let's see. Hold on one second. The question that came in, why not team up now and keep our listings from syndicating to them? I believe this should have been done years ago, but now even before, they're putting themselves in a further position of power. Keep listings from them. Are there a contractual obligation? So
great question. The window of opportunity for us to exclude Zillow and not syndicate to them is over. Okay, we had our chance.
Correct.
And Carr and NAR did nothing. Okay,
Correct.
Our brokerages did nothing. Okay, we had that chance. No disrespect to anybody here, because Keller Williams is actually one of the. I mean, Gary Keller was railing about this for years. Okay, right. I mean, Keller Williams was one. Keller Williams is at the forefront. That's why they partner with Career Compass so much, because we love Keller Williams. Keller Williams loves us. I mean, you guys are at the forefront, but it takes more than one brokerage. I mean, Simon can't change this just himself. What happened is the chance that we had to put Zillow completely out on the street, we missed. And now they have a direct IDX feed and they're a brokerage. So guess what? They don't need our permission anymore. So I was talking about, why don't we not syndicate? Go ahead and don't syndicate if you want. They still get it. They're part of the MLS now, because we could have put them out, but we didn't do it. We sat on our hands. This industry sat on our hands and we didn't do it. So guess what? They took the next move and became a brokerage. So now we can't not syndicate to them. They have a direct IDX feed. That opportunity is over. Now we have to beat them on a level playing field by being better agents and better brokers. Okay. I mean, look at Simon Space. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. And okay, let me put it this way. If every single person in the industry was like him right there, that guy right there, okay, we wouldn't have this problem. But we have brokers, managers, and trainers that didn't see the opportunity, who didn't see what was going on. People like Simon did, people like Career Compass did, but there's so many going, oh, It's just a website. It's no big deal. They won't affect our business. And now they're too big to get rid of. And now they're part of our club and they're going to control our club. So we can't not syndicate to them anymore. They're going to get it whether we syndicate or not. I think you're muted, Simon.
You're mute.
Sorry. Phenomenal stuff. You're absolutely right, Mr. Wellington. Thank you so much. Any additional questions before we move on? Can agents start a new club, MLS?
Yeah, it's called C4.
It's called C4. Speaking of C4, I have C4 in here. There's a pattern.
Wow. See, hey, if it's good enough for Simon, it's good enough for anybody. There you go. There you go.
Awesome. All right. Sounds good. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Wellington. Phenomenal, high energy, high intensity, like always. Always have something to pick up. So it's so good to see you. Let's do this, guys. Let's be part of this community.
Quick question. So
Yes.
Zillow, the agents were buying leads from Zillow before. They cannot do that anymore?
They can. Oh, Zillow would be happy to take your money. And they'll be happy to take your money until the day they put you out of business. So yeah, you can still be a Zillow Premier agent if you want to actually fund the very company that's putting you out of business, in my opinion. Feel free. But yeah, and by the way, guess whose reviews didn't get taken down during that week? Premier agents didn't. So talk about pay us or we'll kill you type of thing. I mean, it's like the mafia in some ways. It's like, hey, tell you what, if you pay us, we won't kill you type. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, Zillow's like the mafia of real estate. So yeah, you can still be a C4. So you got me saying a premier agent if you're insane enough to do that. I mean, if you're still a premier agent, what are you thinking? You're funding the very company that's putting us out of business. They're now your competition. Would you fund your competition? Because that's what you'd be doing. That's just my opinion, but I think Simon would probably agree with me. So would most people. So be careful with that, guys.
Awesome. All right. Thanks again. Appreciate you.
Anytime.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, real quick, guys. I know we're cutting it close. We're a little, and I do respect your time. Just wanted to get Rich Pisani on the call real quick to give us some broker updates. Rich.
Wow, to follow that.
Right. Well, like Rosie said, Speedy Gonzalez. He was
Right,
able to
exactly.
cramp everything in less than an hour.
Well, it's just serendipitous that everybody from the office last night should have gotten an email from me regarding Zillow as a seller, and so how apropos. But beware of listings where Zillow is the seller. Because they attach an addendum to their to the RPA that really is very one-sided, and that removes a lot of rights for the buyer. So caution your buyer to seek the advice of their own legal representation. And just beware of it. I mean, I know inventory is low, and this may be the only thing that's out there that, and if your buyer wants to move forward, as I recommended in that email, there is a CAR letter acting against broker advice. I absolutely encourage you to use that. It's in the CAR letter library. It's not, don't look for it in zip forms, but it's in the library. The other thing that I quickly wanted to touch on is that last week, the governor signed into law SB 91, provides financial assistance to qualifying housing providers and tenants. CAR is putting together a Q&A on this. I'm waiting to see that, and as soon as I do, I'll send out another email to give you some insight into that law. But one thing it did do is it extended the statewide eviction moratorium to June 30th. So everything was moved to June 30th now to mirror the federal. Now, in some cities, that is extended even longer. So it's hard to tell what's going on out there regarding tenants and whatnot. But at least for this law, it does theoretically provide some relief for the landlords. But be on the lookout for an email from me about a little more about that one. So I'll give it back to you, Simon.
Awesome, Rich. Thank you so much for the
Sure.
update. All right, just a couple more announcements and I should be done. So don't forget, please, let's support our award winners for 2020 this February the 9th at 2 p.m. It'll be all virtual. It'll be on a Zoom. So please make sure to jump on to support our award-winning agents. Next week, guys, 2 p.m. Love to see you. We have some great stuff that we're going to be providing you guys, okay? So let's participate and support our award-winning agents from 2020, okay? And then if I can just get the new listings and leases, Nat, real quick. All right, so Camilla has a listing in the city of Torrance. Let's see, there it is. Let me move my screen. 3772 Newton Street, city of Torrance. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,660 square feet. It's 1.199. If you have any questions, please reach out to Camilla Wire. Next slide. I think that was the last one. Angel Ooh has a listing in the city of Torrance, 2605 Sepulveda Boulevard, Unit 127. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,279. Listing price is $595. If you have any questions, please reach out to Angel.